Hello everyone, my name is John Clark. I'm the production manager here at Seats Incorporated in Chariton, Iowa. Come with me, we'll show you where the magic happens. That's perfect, I love it. Like I said, face for radio for sure.
One of the things that's most important about Seats is the way we grow our people. We see the growth of our team as the growth of the business. If our team is successful, our people are successful, we're successful. We put value into our people, much like the equipment. As soon as it's purchased, it starts to depreciate. It's worth less and less every day. The opposite is true of our team and of our people. Every day, the more we teach and grow our team, the more valuable they become to us. It reminds me of a story I was once told of a young manager and an old manager talking. The young manager said, if we grow and teach and train our team and they leave, what happens? And the old manager said, well, if we don't and they stay, what happens? So very much so, we train and build our team here at Seats. It's how we grow. We promote from within. A lot of our managers have ran this equipment on the floor, and that's pretty unique to see. Here at Chariton, Iowa, we are a steel fabricator of parts that we send off to a couple of our different operations, both in Spring Hill, Kansas and Reedsburg, Wisconsin. As I walk through today, we'll talk about some of the positions that we have available here at Chariton, Iowa Seats Incorporated, and also some of the responsibilities of each. Mainly all of our steel comes in three main forms, comes in coils, sheets, and rods. Some of the coils you'll see off to my right here, they get unloaded with a crane or a forklift. That brings us to our first job, which is material handlers. Material handlers are very important to our operation here, as we have to safely unload steel that weighs sometimes in excess of 7,000 pounds. They have to inventory it, check it for quality, and get it into our system to where we can start processing it. So our material handlers will be working here and receiving, and both in our shipping department and then interdepartmentally as well. The first area we'll look at is our punch press area. That's where we utilize our coils of steel. I'll walk you guys through. Our punch press operators actually load the coils onto a feeder. The feeder then pushes the material through the dies. The dies are actually doing the work. The press just goes up and down. The dies are actually stamping the parts out for us. As you'll notice off to my left here, this is our largest press. It's 440 tons. It'll make a lot of parts really fast. Strokes at about 50 strokes per minute. It's a little bit of a loud machine, but produces a lot of parts for us. The volumes over here are very, very high. We can run 50 strokes a minute, as I mentioned, so we can produce a lot of parts in a short amount of time. The tooling that goes inside of the press itself, some of the dies are in excess of $200,000, so a lot of money goes into tooling up for very high volume production. This is another one of our punch presses. It's one of our smaller Stamp Tech presses, about 200 tons. Runs a lot of little parts through there. This can punch in excess of 70 strokes per minute. So very, very rapid production on this machine. The punch press operators are responsible for setting up the equipment, ensuring quality, and making sure the machine runs safely. The next area that we'll walk through is our laser area. This is where we utilize most of our sheet steel, or all of our sheet steel. We also do cut some aluminum here as well. But behind me, you'll see one of our three 4,000 watt CNC lasers. They are CO2 lasers. They can cut both stainless, aluminum, as well as full rolled steel, mild steel. Again, they're all hooked to towers. The towers are the structure you see to my left here. It automatically loads and unloads the steel for us. Our operators at this command center do all the programming on our machines here. So Again, the operators are responsible for the safe running of all the machines, all the quality of the cuts of the parts coming off here. Very difficult job, very highly technical, a lot of programming and things like that involved. All of our laser operators were OJT on the job training. No one had laser experience before they came here. So again, another opportunity to learn a skilled trade. Next area we'll talk about is our modern. The modern is the only machine here which actually uses the rods that we talked about earlier. The modern's job and the modern operator's job here is to run the machine to cut rods to lengths. We'll also groove and put chamfers on as well. Similar to a lathe that runs off of similar programming, the operator here is responsible for setup, safe operation of the machine, and then the quality of the parts that they make as well. Once the sheets are unloaded off our lasers, they come into our denesting area. The sheets are referred to as a nest. Once they denest them, it's actually the process of pulling the parts from the nest. It looks like a rudimentary job, but it's actually very difficult. They're checking quality, they're checking to make sure the cuts are there, all the holes and everything else. Denesting is an entry-level job here. This is where most of the people cut their teeth, learn our products, learn our computer system, things of that nature. The next area we'll talk about is our brake press area. This is where we actually take the parts that the laser cuts in a flat form, and we make all our bends on them. Brake press operator program, they pull up programs, they set up the equipment, they're responsible for safe running and then the quality of the product that they produce. One of the misnomers about manufacturing, and especially seats, is that, we're pounding things with chisel and hammer. That's not true. A lot of these machines are touch screen. A lot of them are highly technical, highly digitized. So lastly, we have our shipping department. This is where all our product comes. Once it's finished, we tote everything up for safe transport. Our shipping crew is responsible for all our counts, all the quality, and everything of our product going out the door. We load about 2 trucks out a day that go to Reedsburg, Wisconsin. We load 1 truck a couple times a week that goes to Spring Hill. So the majority of our product heads north up to Wisconsin. Well, thank you everybody for coming along and letting us show you what we do here at Seats in Chariton. If you're interested in the position that we have here, please go online at seatsinc.com and click on the careers tab. Take care.